GTA 53, Kathari Ruins, blue team. SuperKoMa is a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Alongside, Tanya Murderloli is an Apothecary, support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And rounded off the blue team here, YZ as a Warboss, a melee commander can walk through objects and very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Red team, Killer Jebus 7 is a Farseer, support commander that fights in melee combat, awesome buffs, some strong control abilities too. Tangler with some scouts up here, special attack, all fancy like. Alongside WhipLash is a Lord General, fights range combat, begins with retinue of stormtroopers to help him out, can add to this retinue throughout the game, and has some strong defense and support capabilities. Rounded off the teams, Robowski is a Techmarine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Wade into melee combat too. We have Space Wolf Insignia, some kind of Space Wolf successor chapter or something, up against a Warboss in the southwest. Maybe he's thinking about turrets and beacons and things, although there is a lot of opportunity to flank that kind of thing on Kathari Ruins. Maybe in the middle it would do some work. Lord General here to help him out. Double shooters of course from YZ. There's a War banner too. Warboss getting ready to move in. He wants to finish that cap on a wreck point, I think. Gonna be up against two players, kind of. Here's the Lord General anyway. But he's happy to move in. Shotgun scouts are in play. Now, ideally for them, they'd be able to knock back and suppress the sluggers and the Warboss with one blast, but it looks like they're not going to be able to. Oh, the Warboss was knocked back, but it wasn't suppressed. Sluggers dealt with, but now they have to deal with the Warboss. Shotgun scouts now need to walk the fine line of getting close enough to do a lot of damage, but not getting caught in melee like that. And the Warboss able to take down the Techmarine and lead the line, pushing through here. Tanya with his Apothecary helping out, or her Apothecary, whatever it is. And they might push through against the power. There's only a node there, but it's worth taking down. Techmarine should be able to get revived. And Warboss on capping duty. They're not. They are not pushing against the power. I think it's a mistake. They had the numbers advantage there. Double shooters, both heroes potentially. Double scouts, tactical marines could have pushed against that power there. It's only triple guardsmen and attacks. I think that's a mistake, but they are getting the cap up here at least for a 2-to-1 very early on. Assault marines on the way for Robowski. Meanwhile, top we have a guardian weapon team for Killer Jebus. Looks like I see the ghost helm already up. Always appreciate the fact that that was physically modelled on the Farseer. I wish there was more of that kind of things. There is some of it, like the Iron Halo gets modelled, I believe, and weapons, obviously. Maybe some armour does have differences, but it's quite subtle, usually. 2-to-1 cap, and Tanya now helping out at the top. Done well so far, supporting both sides with double scouts, with no upgrades on his guys yet. He's going straight for some assault marines, that's why. Spending all his power there, and Storm Boys on the field for YZ. Leveling up is a Lord General, but these guys with power melee are hunting down some tactical marines. Now dodging the scouts with their shotgun scouts. Will be torn apart though by double shooter boys. Especially upgraded. They do, I think, both have their big shooters now. Yes, they do. More range and more ducker. There's a Storm Boy jump. And they should be focusing down the tactical marines if they can. There's user choppers as well. Very early usage of that. It's only 75 red, I think. Buffing their damage by, I think it's 30% or something. And they get massive amounts of melee skill. Which is instantly knock down those assault marines when catching them running. That's where a lot of the danger comes from. Of that buff. The constant knockdowns from the big melee skill. Needs to be careful here though. Doesn't want to stand and shoot and fight triple guardsman and Lord General. See this guy trying to get into melee combat and tie them up. Flat jacket with incoming. What about the northeast though? Eldar's fighting two players it looks like, and power is under threat big time. Tanya's tactical marines with a flamer. And SuperKoMa is going straight to tier 2. All he got in tier 1 was shotguns, I think. Yes. Very quick tier 2. Can he make it count though? Should get a quick razor back up. Do some work with it. This is going to get fully bashed and decapped. Nicely done by Tanya supporting there. Red team need to make the 2-1 at the bottom count now. Up against the Warboss of YZ. Judges the engagement well, gets his sluggers and his Warboss out. Held up the cap a little bit, but now we might see Robowski go through to this power. Double shooters and Stormboys are there to defend, so it should be okay. Shotgun scouts don't want to be at the front because they're going to be the first to get shot to pieces and forced off. Especially when you know the enemy has a jump unit, it's better to keep your shotgun scouts back in the back line to respond. That was a purification rights heal, I think, from the Apothecary. Yet confused for a second why the hell the scouts were knocked over. Tactical Marines getting away. Here comes some Robowski's Assault Marines now, jumping both of the shooter boys. Nicely done. And now there's only sluggers to defend the power, so they might be able to take it down with triple guardsmen, the Lord General and the Techmarine all there. Oh no, shooter boys turning around. They did actually not retreat out of the... I thought they retreated from the Assault Marines there. Assault Marine on Assault Marine action. Look at the damage. Why are they jumping in? That's very gutsy. Shooter boys, so much stacker they bring straight away as well. Become even more DPS-y in tier 2, of course, if they have their knob leader who buffs the damage of the squad, I believe, once they get to tier 2. Chimera on the way for WhipLash. Whirlwind on the way for SuperKoMa. That is a strange choice, I think. I mean, Banshees could dart in and out of those shots with their aspect of strength and take it down. Especially with Farseer buff. She's fully kitted out now. Armor of Fortune and the Doombringer. Triple cap for red team. This is an all contested VP map, of course. So you can see massive swings in VP control pretty quickly. Triple to triple and all of that kind of thing. And is this? Tactical Marines capping. Sanguine Chainsword on the Apothecary. Done really well so far, Tanya. So preserved everything. Used his Apothecary defensively early on, which is generally how you want to do things. Stay at the back. Get those heals off. Use your aura. And engage things when they become a threat to you. Howling Banshees. Going to try and flank around this side. Maybe. No, they're just hanging back. Here comes the Force Commander. He's running straight into the Shuriken. Because he's confident that Whirlwind will get a shot in, I think. And it does. It does disrupt the Shuriken. Here comes the Apothecary getting his combat stims. Nice special attack there on the Dire Avengers, who get a nice grenade themselves on those Tactical Marines. There's Doom on the Assault Squad, but these Banshees are in trouble. He stayed in this engagement too long, I think, Killer Jebus. Yeah, they're going to go down. As soon as he knew he was against two players, he should have got out of there, I think. But he knew he had the Banshees lying in wait, and he knew he had his Doom and wanted to put the hurt on his Assault Marines, but it backfired. Banshees are down. Now he needs to recover, and I think he should maybe recover with some more Banshees, because his Assault Marines are going to continue to be a threat, but he is up against a Force Commander that's potential Thunderhammer, and Purification Rights does make it harder to deal with those Assault Marines as well. So we might see him go for something else entirely. Chimera on the field now, transporting and supporting units with reinforcement. Stormboys have their very mean knob leader. He has a heavy melee weapon and a lump of hit points. Big fight here. Warboss staying in play now that Tanya's here. Tanya's done a really good job supporting both sides. Really good job. Submarines here of Robowski might go down. Gonna be close. Range damage, trying to finish them off on retreat. Looks like they will be okay with 40 odd hit points. That was pretty close there. Triple cap now for blue. YZ with some shooter boys late game. Oh, looks like he lost one of them. He's just replacing tank buses as well to fight this Chimera. They could take it down with one very, very well placed barrage if they get some rear armor hits and stuff on it. Not sure what this Apothecary's up to. Oh, Melter Bomb Assault Squad coming in. Don't think they have the energy to throw it though. I'm not sure how much it is to throw. And they're in retreat, in fact. Tactical Marines on retreat path, trying to get some melee attacks in. Into cap feathers. There we go. Lord General might be able to revive the Warboss here. No, he's ignoring him, running into Orks. Look at a Daka. Stormboy's jumping on the VP, stunning on landing thanks to that Knob Bleeder, and the Tactical Marine's in trouble. They're going to duck and dive and try and run back to this Chimera, looks like. Yep, they get inside. There's Odd Boys on those Stormboys there. Really good global usage from YZ. Not afraid to stack those buffs on things. There's that incoming buff. He's melee attacking a Whirlwind, which is not going to work out too great for him. And Scout DPS with their bolters. Scary, scary Scout DPS. Forcing the Lord General to leave. Oh, look at this. Dreadnought with an assault cannon for SuperKoMa. Looks like it's been under threat already. Most likely from Bright Lance, yep. And Haywire Grenade, not yet. But that could be good. And she has a web brigade up here, so she could come up here, cloak everyone, and move in with Haywire and Bright Lance and Doom and Guide, and deal with the Dreadnought that way. It's a lot of stuff you need to get right though. WhipLash with the heavy weapon squad on the way. Sluggers continuing to be a major threat. Tactical Marines are going to go down here. Yes, they are. Sluggers saw their target and took them down with the help of Tanya's assault squad. Warboss is getting revived now by the Apothecary. What level is he? Level 3. That should get him to 4. There we go. His default heal getting stronger as he levels up, of course, every 2 levels. Warboss charging in with Angry Bits does give him some health regen, but needs to run away. And here's the assault cannon Dreadnought. It's been repaired. Coming all the way to the bottom of the map, maybe? Nope, changes his mind. Blue team have the middle with a double cap here. Robowski now looking kind of thin with Devastators and Assault Marines. Needs to recover. He does have a lot of hit point, a lot of resources. Could go tier 3, try and get a relatively quick Land Red Redeemer up, which might be awesome or might be terrible if his team can't contest while he does that. Single cap now for blue. Red team are going to get the top, but who can get the bottom? Some very brave guardsmen trying to do so. Disrupted, yes, they were disrupted in the end by the Tank Buster Barrage. Stormboys jumping in, trying to get on the rear armor of the Chimera, but there is a Devastator squad right there. And down goes a Knob Bleeder. Need to run away, Mr. Stormboys. Yes, you do. Tank Buster's trying to get close for another barrage, maybe. Gonna run straight into Devastator fight here. There is the barrage. Dodges it just in time. WhipLash, nicely done. Lord General runs away. 1-to-1 cap. Constant action now on this southwest VP. Apothecary getting stuck in. Rarely seen him be this aggressive so far. But he's okay. Here's that Warboss level 2 with Angry Bits and the Power Claw 95 heavy melee DPS. Charging through. Doesn't stop suppression, but it looks like he's going to be able to get out of the firing arc. There we go. Now we need to go up and towards that Devastator squad. Sluggers also getting around. Oh no. He needs to move straight back into the firing arc here, but there's the Assault Marine jump to clean it up nicely and disrupt those Devastator. Sluggers moving in now. Bad news for pretty much everything that's there. Assault Marines jumping out onto some enemy Assault Marines here. Those guys getting away with one model, but jumping into some very dangerous Sluggers. That is really risky. A staggered jump though, and they are okay. Good push through, but unable again to really put a lot of pressure on his power. They have taken the VP though, or it looks like they will in a way. Tactical Marines are capping with their faster capping trait. Whirlwind doing its thing. Looks like he's going after the Dreadnought here with a Haywire Grenade. Bright Lance trying to set up and get some shots on, but the Dreadnought's close enough, I think, to threaten it with melee attacks. Force Commander's going to go down. There we go. 1-to-1 cap here. Wraithlord on the field for Killer Jebus, moving up with a shoulder-mounted shuriken cannon. So it won't be a threat to Dreadnought at range. But if it gets into melee, it certainly will, because this Dreadnought with the assault cannon will not have melee resistance. The Wraithlord always has melee resistance. Not as much hit points. Dreadnought might go down. Oh, I think it's going to survive. One more. Oh, the Wraithlord might just chase it into base here and get that last hit. There's that Hunter Killer Missile. Wants to try and tie up these Stern Guard veterans who do have their Vengeance Channels loaded in, which do good damage to vehicles. But big hits off that Ghostglaive sword. I think it's 130 damage or something per swing. Just under 100 DPS. Very, very nasty. They do get away though. Maybe, unless the Wraith Lord chases them into base here. Takes out one of the models, but they're going to be okay. I don't think he's gonna chase in. No, Warboss is there to threaten with a Power Claw too. Power Bash here, not the most effective Power Bash ever, but it's getting there. Whirlwind trying to disrupt those things. Warboss charging in now. Comes to the top of the map. Still level 2. Meanwhile, southwest, red team are taking it. Lots of deformation here on the terrain. Must have been a creeping barrage maybe from WhipLash to push through. Triple cap for red team. Blue team have some really strong armies up, but VPs are very red. That was something going down. Oh, the Wraith Lord went down. Yeah, tank busters there, plasma cannon, missile launcher, all helping to take down the Wraith Lord. And of course, this Apothecary has been buffing stuff with combat stims too. Level 6 now. Force Commander's back up to his feet. Level 1, no war gear, which suggests he's going for the Force Commander Terminator. Power bashing here are some guardsmen with help from a las cannon. Doing a decent job at it, but there's a Stormboy jump. Can they finish off that? No, they do, but will they get away here? Double grenades in retreat path from Tanya. There's one, there's two. Will he survive without a loss? No. The Hellfire rounds, damage over time, helping to take out one of those guardsmen squads, so it does lose one. Land Red Redeemer is on the way for Robowski. But blue team looking pretty strong here. Do have a VP deficit to make up though. Pushing against the power. And they have barely any power themselves, the blue team. So red team have had, look at that, plus 30 more power they were getting there for a while. Need to burn this down. Chimera still lives. Plasma cannon trying to get shots in. What is this? This is from Robowski. I think it's a Venerable Dreadnought. Yes, it is. Unique Walker to the Techmarine. 1750 hit points of the Emperor's Fury here. And it did not attack those sluggers for some reason. What needs to try and keep these tank busters tied up, which is what these Assault Marines are doing. But there's the Warboss to threaten them. Smack. That was his stomp. Does he have any more war gear? Yes, spiky, heavy armor up, I should say, for the Warboss. Almost 2,000 hit points. Happy to fight this Dreadnought here. Does have some support. Missile launcher, tactical marines, and tank busters still in play. Here comes some Storm Boys too. It will be tough to chase down the Venerable Dreadnought, but looks like he's going to try. A lot of stuff to support. Here's that Land Red Redeemer. Baneblade on the way for WhipLash now. They do have a decent amount of AV though, blue team. And they've got a las cannon here. Vanguard veterans up for Tanya. Could get a power fist. Storm Boys and Vanguard veterans chasing down this Chimera. Is in a big trouble now. Big trouble. Gonna go down, I think. One touch from that knob leader. Down it goes. Now needs to run this stuff away. This is Robowski's Devastators, I think, here. I don't think he's realised that they were in the Chimera and that it went down. He's going to lose them. Oh, Doom goes up on the Storm Boys. Level 3. They get away. Devastators did not get away. Farseer trying to fight some Vanguard veterans now. She's getting smacked around though. There's that Land Red Redeemer. I might want to turn around. Oh, look at this. Tanya calling in some Terminators using their power fist to go after this guy. What else is here to contest against this Land Raider? There is a missile launcher, tactical marines, tank buster barrage, assault Terminators now for SuperKoMa. That's a dead Land Raider, I think. Here comes the Baneblade, but I don't think it's going to be able to help out. Look at the damage on the Land Raider. Goes down. Taken out pretty quickly there. Did not pay off at all. As you may have saw, the Force Commander Terminator is in play right here. 161, 220. Fire Prism taking shots. Oh, there's a Whirlwind Hunter Killer. That's a really good range on it. The Hunter Killer thing did a lot of damage to that Fire Prism too. Baneblade trying to push forward. Blue team actually backing off here. They have very strong armies, but they're backing off. Where are the Assault Terminators? They're over there. I don't think they should be backing off. They should be standing their ground. I think they're scared of the Baneblade. It's not always easy to tell what exactly your enemy has as well. But I think the blue team have the stronger army. There's a Creeping Barrage though, which is going to change things. Knocks the las cannon around, forces off the plasma cannon, and that's going to help red team push through. VPs are pretty much evened up. 161 to 165 here. Red team are taking the top though, and they're going to take the middle, I think. Guardsmen are trying to. Cyclone Missile Launcher getting shots, or at least trying to get shots on the Baneblade. I don't think it really hit there. Yeah, blue team need to regroup. And red team now contesting the bottom, contesting all three VPs. Gonna take it. I think they might get a triple cap here. With an inferior army, they get a triple cap, potentially. Assault Terminators are still in play, going after the Baneblade. Tank Buster Barrage as well. Leman Russ, I think, called in by WhipLash. Demolisher Cannon. Assault Terminator is actually getting out of there, which was smart, I think. Oh, Vanguard Veterans do have their Power Fist. Ouch. A flush hit from the Devastators. And nobody can cap mid, but red team have a double, which is pretty damn good for them. Warp Spiders doing their thing. Nob Squad now on the way for YZ. They were adjusted in 2.6.1, which is what we're on right now. Their Nob Leader has, I think, slightly more hit points, but they get less hit points as they level up, which does make a huge difference. So we'll see how they do at level 1 here. See a Council on the way for Killer Jebus. Red team continuing with their double cap despite having inferior armies. The Baneblade is making a big difference here. Big difference. Leman Rusto under threat. Lives for now, but it's all kicking off. All three VPs. There's fighting going on, I think. Warboss versus Venerable Dreadnought with user choppers up on him. Storm Boys could turn around and help, but they instead rip apart a Vanguard veteran squad there, I think. Yes, they did. Those were Robowskis, I should say. Shooter Boys level 3. Nob Squad are off the field right now, getting their... Oh, they're just reinforcing, and they have their huge choppers, huge jammers, I should say. 53, 164. Red team trying to get back the northeast. That's a dead Dreadnought if it just stands there. And it does just stand there. Fire Prism takes it down. Misplay there from SuperKoMa. Terminator Force Commander is down, as you can see. It looks like he's got the heavy flamer up. Double cap for red. Blue team needs to get this VP sorted out. Seer Counselor up. Going to threaten all of the Marines on the field and the Terminators too. But do they really want to fight this? Apothecary is there to support, and there's a level 2 Vanguard Veterans, and they do not want to fight it. Fire Prism needs to be careful too. WhipLash has done a really good job holding middle pretty much by himself. But now the Leman Russ in big trouble. Nob Squad is there, Warboss is there, can't quite maneuver quickly enough. Venerable Dreadnought is still around, needs to help out here, but I think, yeah, down it goes. Some tac buses coming in from the south, taking it out. Now the Baneblade might go down as well in quick succession, and that would break the red team, I think. There's Angels of Death. Tanya done such a good job preserving their units. And this is a dead Baneblade, surely. Missile launcher tactical marines are going after it. One VP. The blue team saved the counter there, and now they've got a double cap. Down goes a Baneblade. They have one VP to hold on to. Need to take 144 off the red team, but as WhipLash just said GG in chat there, that might have been it. That might have been the push that did it. Took down the Leman Russ and the Baneblade. Not sure if this Venerable Dreadnought's going to get away. Robowski going for another Land Raider. And WhipLash might be able to get another Baneblade up, but I'm not sure if that'll help. Looks like the Venerable will be okay. Vanguard Veterans jumping back, they are level 2. Bashing power here. What can Killer Jebus do? Does have the red for a nuke, that could be vital. Baneblade number 2 is on the way for WhipLash. And red team are taking top. Lots of damage on this Force Commander Terminator, using his Flamer to try and get those Warp Spiders out there. There's a hell of a lot of damage on those Warp Spiders, holy crap. But he goes down. A little bit sloppy there, should have waited for Tanya to help out, or the rest of his own army. Where is the rest of his own army? Techmarine running away. Whirlwind is back here doing nothing right now, which is a bit weird. Bringing up to contest this VP. Fire Prison doing a really good job so far. Level 2. The Avengers do not want to be in that combat, that's for sure. Terminators as well. Does he have armor of the Apothecary? Yes, level 10 Apothecary as well. Holy crap. There's a 2-to-1 for blue. Still holding on to that single VP. I think they're going to get triple. But there's a nuke, and that's going to kill those Tactical Marines. Yeah, and those guys are level 4, I'm pretty sure. Pretty good usage of a nuke. Wiping out a Tactical Marine squad level 4 and stopping a cap. Well, here come the scouts to continue. Big fight in the middle now. This could be the deciding moment. Can the red team hold it with Land Raider up? Venerable Dreadnought in trouble, is getting repaired by the bunker and I think the global repair as well. These double guards will need to be helping with repairs here, and they're not. They're not repairing anything. Venerable Dreadnought now out of range of the repair bunker, taking lascannon shots, and there is Stoicism. Gives it... Oh! If it comes into repair range, is it going to stay alive? There we see it. Taking more lascannon hits though. And another lascannon hit puts it back into Stoicism briefly. I'm not sure if this is intended or not. Is it meant to be able to be repaired back to life again? Triple cap for blue team. I think blue team are going to take this game in a way. But that was interesting to see from the Venerable, and it is still alive and being repaired. Blue team are going to take this though. Too much power in Tanya's army. Looks like SuperKoMa has lost some stuff. Of course, want to steal down. Trying to take the top was Killer Jebus, but blue team just too strong after they took down the Land Raider and the Lehman Russ and the Baneblade the first time. Look at the heroes end of the game at the Force Commander Terminator, of course, with the Heavy Flamer. We had a level 10 Apothecary Tanya with a very strong performance there. Warboss level 5. Killer Jebus level 4 with Armored Assyrian at the end. Level 8 Lord General also did superbly well, I think, WhipLash through the game. But just couldn't quite hold the mid there. And level 4 Techmarine, Plasma Gun and Artificer. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.